Come and explore Frankfurt's intercultural treasures. Let's uncover the mysteries of life, death, heritage, gender and age.
Come to discover Frankfurt's intercultural treasures, new and critical insights into the meaning of life, death, heritage, gender and age. Located in the city of Frankfurt, with a population representing over 180 different nationalities, the Museum of World Cultures offers a public space for international exchange, dialogue, and intercultural understanding.
I think it's about 65,000 objects from all times. It's not an archaeological collection. The museum was founded in 1904 and people started to collect before 1900. And we continued to collect, and we also continued contemporary art from other countries. We would like to have people from Frankfurt coming to us to see these collections, and at the same time we would like to educate people or to teach them that there are other ways of life all over the world.
Here at the museum, events are held both in the museum's exhibition areas as well as in the experimental project space, with artist studios, guest apartments, and seminar rooms.
Our aim is to invite artists or scientists, people from other disciplines, from other countries, to work with our collections and to develop new cultural projects with these outgoing from these collections I find here.
Currently, the artist in residence at the Museum of World Cultures in Frankfurt is Wouter Suryadi, an experimental musician, sounds researcher, and instrument builder from Indonesia. Wouter Suryadi develops sounds that extend standard musical categories and makes new instruments from everyday objects. His new productions are inspired by the Indonesian collection here at the Museum of World Cultures in Frankfurt. In 1989, the World Cultures Museum acquired a complete gamelan ensemble made in 1911, and which is thought to have belonged to the Sultan of Solo. An Indonesian gamelan ensemble traditionally consists of 4 groups of instruments.
Jembatannya adalah jembatannya, ngerti nggak jembatannya? Jembatan untuk.
My first step was to examine the Indonesian collection at the museum. I spent a month becoming familiar with its history and cultural context. Then I was able to prepare my research plan and really get to work.
Koleksi-koleksi itu dari mana, berapa tahun usianya, terus biasanya seperti apa. Ya, jadi itu.
A careful preparation helped me to develop an idea on how to make this instrument. Actually, the making is still in process. The Museum of World Cultures in Frankfurt is also very active in the educational field. Its educational department combines anthropological expertise with creative activities and a wide range of educational and informative programs directed mostly to children and youth.
Nowadays in Frankfurt, lots of school children come from other countries. They have another cultural background, so we could bring them together at the educational department, and we have workshops where they all could come together and learn more about the different ways of life all over the world.
Yeah, we are working with young people because they have different feelings about the consequences of the globalization. Older people don't have that, and for us it's really important to get those people, to catch them and work with them into the museum, that they are getting the feeling that the museum is not only a place to visit, it's a place where they can find their own identity and being in exchange with other youngsters or teenagers who have the same situation. So we are working with people in every age, but the teenagers in many cases are not easily finding a job or are not already speaking perfectly the German language, and we are trying to help them be acting more finding an identity and being more like sure of their own actions.
Lumayan, artinya lumayan sangat berpengaruh. Artinya di sini selama
After
1
living
bulan
and
saya
working at the museum for 1 month, Łukasz Suryadi is beginning to discover that his time in Frankfurt could have a long-term impact on his artistic work. Meanwhile, the making of a new instrument from everyday objects continues.
Artinya memberikan makna lain dari koleksi itu.
The musical world of Indonesia is so diverse and contrasting that an overview seems impossible. Indonesian musical tradition goes back thousands of years, and European and Islamic influences have contributed to today's variety of Indonesian music. The Museum of World Cultures in Frankfurt brings people together and provides opportunities to encounter and experience other people and other cultures. It also encourages the appreciation and respect of cultural differences and presents German culture and worldview as just one of many possible ways of human life.